how many hours per week would you say you're working just on your Amazon business right now? Like, what's that like for you?
So I don't work on, personally, I've got a great team. I don't personally work on my Amazon business as much as I once did. This is based on the fact that we've got sourcing assistants, purchasing managers, we've got growth managers in the business. So for me, I would say that I work around about 5 to 10 hours a week, specifically on our existing business. Where I spend a lot more of my time is the relationship build with brands. And that is one of the things that I absolutely love to do. And I try to sort of share it. For me, it's a great potential for anybody that's looking at the long term of Amazon. And that is building exclusive brand deals. That is when you're working with brands, you build a great relationship with that brand. They trust you to actually give you the trademark. You actually go through brand registry in your own Seller Central account, and it protects you against competition. It's like private label, but it's not your brand. It's not your product.
You can kick people off the listing. You can file IP complaints probably. And can you do multiple trademarks, brand registry on one account? That's amazing. And what's that been like for you? I definitely want to ask you some questions on that. What has that been like for you? What does that look like? Like, what are you seeing on a daily basis? What's a good, how many products, what size of brands are you working with here? I don't know. So many questions.
So, to me, this comes on the reason why I've personally focused in this area a lot more in the last 12 to 24 months is because, when you think of Amazon businesses, you've got many different businesses within Amazon. You've got everything from very beginner friendly, how I absolutely got started. I love it to this day, online arbitrage. Not so much retail arbitrage. I never really did retail arbitrage. I did sometimes because I got some really good deals. But that's very beginner friendly. You learn so much from an online arbitrage point of view. But with that obviously comes competition. It comes price wars, penny battling. There's a lot that goes involved. And the amount of sellers coming onto the marketplace, obviously that's ever increasing. So thinking long term, and you've got to think about the maturity of your business. I see it as like a 10-year outlook. If you're starting in online arbitrage, the goal has to be if your goal is to quit your job, which puts then pressure onto your business. If your goal is to go out into a prep service, hire staff members, go into a warehouse, that's more responsibility onto your business. So therefore, you want to mature your business. You want to stabilize your business. And the way you can do that is expanding into wholesale, building great relationship with wholesalers, having great accounts with account managers that you can talk to on the phone, negotiate discount. But then the next step after that is what we call the exclusive brand deals. This is where you're building a relationship with a brand. This brand may be already on Amazon, or they may not be on Amazon at all. If they're already on Amazon, they may not know they've got a problem on Amazon. So let's say, for example, they may not know that the brand is being devalued on Amazon due to the competition. They may not know that there's customers of their brand that are leaving negative reviews of the product with no comments and no replies. They may not have the best images. They may not have the best descriptions of their products. And these brands may not be aware of this. And what you're doing is you're providing value to brands. You're introducing them to you, what you've done, the expertise that you have on how Amazon works, and you're providing value to them. Now, this takes a long time. It takes a lot longer. If a brand is going to entrust you with a trademark, you're going to have lots of meetings. You're going to have lots of discussions. It took us, we're just launching a brand called Scott Bader. and they've been around for 100 years. Usually they are business to business, but they want to go to business to customer too. So they wanted to use Amazon. Now, it's taken roughly around about 8 months of meetings like this, email exchange, education, developing the strategy on what we're going to follow, how Amazon works, how Amazon listings are created, images are created. It's taken about 8 months, but the reward is really, really long-term sustainable, because you're going to be with them indefinitely. And now you're invested in the brand. You know, I don't know about you, Kris, but I sell products from an online arbitrage point of view. I don't even know what I'm selling. I don't know what the brand has no connection to me in any way. If I sell my 10 units, I'm just going to move on to the next product. Exclusive brand deal now allows you to be invested in the brand as well. And you get to talk about, from a creative side, you get to talk about the images that you're creating, the marketing, the launch, the PPC, the creation of the listings, the A+ content manager when you have that brand registry. So to answer just the final question there, Kris, about the size of brands, I've got this down to there's 3 tiers of brands. There is tier 1 would be a local smaller brand. This is like an influencer out on YouTube or on Instagram. They're building a great brand for themselves. They may be in a fitness niche. They may be, they might have some products in health and beauty, for example, but they don't know anything about Amazon. And you can introduce them to the world of Amazon, and it's a win-win for them, because they see you as a great partner. They can get on with their work and just sell at wholesale prices to you to launch out on Amazon. That would be like a tier 1, very local, smaller type brand. A tier 2 type brand I would call more of a national brand. This is where these brands may be known in the UK, but they're not known in the US, or brands that are known in the US, but they're not known in the UK. But to get to those types of brands, you need to start developing like a portfolio of brands that you've worked with. So you can see, look, we've worked with this brand, we've worked with that brand. Once you can get into the door with a national type brand, a bigger brand, then you can start to open you up to a tier 3 type brand, which is what I call like a global brand. This is where it's like known around the world. It's obviously more difficult to get into them because they're going to have many more departments. Like Scott Barder, they're in multiple continents around the world. They've been around for 100 years. They've got sales managers. They've got technical managers. You're not just talking with an individual. You're talking with an actual company of teams. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. Yeah.